It's the West versus the East. When we think about history, and we go back several decades, it was a time when, during the Cold War, it was said that it was between the West and the East. And that manifested itself in varying ways. Today, we have a coming together, if you will, of the West and the East in a different kind of way, because we're talking about Eastern music, rather Eastern medicine versus Western medicine. My special guest today is a specialist in Chinese medicine. She's also an acupuncturist. I took some time to practice that before I came to the air today. But more so, she's a woman who believes in healing. Today we will speak with her and a number of other guests as we take a look at a practice in our country that seems to be growing. Dr. Ambrister, welcome to The Things That Matter.
Welcome. Welcome, Bahamas. Welcome, Kirk.
It is certainly a pleasure to have you in studio today as we talk about something that everyone's talking about. Acupuncture is seemingly a growing, popular option to some of the more traditional ways of treatment and things of that sort. But before we talk about acupuncture and Eastern medicine versus Western medicine...
You're on this Eastern music.
Yeah, I found some pretty cool songs, by the way, from the East. But first, let us get to know you, the person.
Well, I am a licensed acupuncturist. I am a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine. And basically, I think I'm the only, or I should say, female Bahamian Chinese medicine practitioner in the Bahamas.
Wow. Where did it all begin for you?
Boy, Kirk, it's a long story, but we have an hour and a half. Basically, I am a patient myself.
Yes.
I was born with sickle cell disease, as you know, and grew up taking lots of medication, painful crisis, on and on and on. So it was 2002. I actually suffered from what we would call ACS, or acute chest syndrome. There were little clots forming in my lungs. Didn't know, no symptoms, no signs, just fatigue. Went to the physician, who happened to be a family member. He said, usually, doc, you're always able to give me a smile, but today I'm not getting that smile. So he admitted me into hospital, took a chest x-ray, and the lower lobe on the right side had already shut down. So they gave me 14 hours before they would have to take me to ICU, and basically wouldn't be able to breathe on my own. So the only other alternative to that was antibiotics. It was a new antibiotic that had just came on the market, and they decided, well, this is our only shot. So after a week, as you can see, I walked out, and I knew after that there was a purpose. But the disadvantage of that was that through taking the medication throughout the years, my body kind of shut down as far as digestive issues, fatigue, respiratory issues, and I said, Lord, I had to resign from my job, all these things. And I was a young girl, I was only about 28 at the time, and I said, Lord, there has to be a better way of living than this. And I just went online and I did research, and it was something that just happened. It wasn't like, oh, I always wanted to be a Chinese medicine practitioner. I always wanted to practice acupuncture. No, it was something that happened. I applied to medical school, alternative medicine, because I needed something else other than the traditional care. Mind you, I'm not knocking traditional care because it helped me in many ways, in more instances than we can shake a stick at. But I needed something else.